So, guys, fresh beef. Chael Sonnen versus Jorge Masvidal. Now, I watched the Ariel Helwani clip from last night. Absolutely fabulous stuff. This is what we want to see. We want to see beef. We need fresh beef. We need fresh meat for this platform. So, what I'll say to you is, right, Jorge was absolutely fantastic. He got popped for 9 substances and he still couldn't win the title. Wow, that is a blow right there. This guy's a gangster. What's he a gangster for? Tax fraud? Is this guy into tax fraud? This is some really, really good stuff right now. So Chael actually then replied to George on Twitter. And here's some of the tweets. Ran out of guys to get beat up by. Now pretending to want a beating from a man you idolized. This is turning into some like an Eminem beef or something. I can see a rap coming from Chael very, very soon. Masvidal, I do want some. Just trying to be clear on a few regulatory matters. Is your corner going to give you a prison juice box instead of water? Chael, my friend, you're absolutely fantastic. How many of your texts to me asking for help because you're dull and unfunny? Should I release? Is a dozen enough? George, if you want to scrap, you have to beat one of my students first. Kobe Cuff, scratch that. Let's stick to things that are possible. That's a good one, I have to admit. Went from being the man nobody wants to fight to the man nobody trusts. Am I the last person you turned on or just the latest? Lastly, a word of advice. Don't be two-faced. It means the next time you fight, you're going to have 4 black eyes instead of the usual 2. George, can you travel out of state without air marshals shackling you to a hand dolly like Hannibal Lecter? Right, so my interpretation of all of this, and I've made a video yesterday about this. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. So it's Kobe Covington we don't trust here. I get where you're coming from, that in the fight, he didn't win in the actual octagon. I get that. I'm with you in that. If he wanted to do something, why didn't he do it then? I get that. But we're talking about Jorge Masvidal here, right? A lot of stuff has went on. The beef was fake to begin with. Then it escalated because of Kobe's mouth. Now, they had the fight a little while after. They seen each other in a restaurant and Masvidal attacked him. Now, I'm not agreeing that that's good behavior, but Kobe Covington has ran his mouth for a long time here, and he's been approached by lots of different fighters, and he's been exposed on a couple of shows. Brendan Schaub's show, for one, where Brendan says, look, this guy was buying girls, bringing them, and it was all like it was all just for show. We all knew that anyway, but, he was trying to entertain the public. But in the process of entertaining the public, he burnt bridges with people that sort of helped him along the way. And let's not forget that Kobe didn't pay one of his coaches, I believe, that was also Jorge Masvidal's coach. And the stuff that he said about Jorge is unforgivable, especially if you were friends before. He knows his wife, he knows his kids. I'm not making a mountain out of a molehill here. I'm generally saying if somebody said that to me, even if we had a fight in an octagon, I would still have underlying hatred for that person. And if I've seen them, I probably wouldn't do what George done, but knowing George, he just done what he done. I'm not condoning his actions, but Kobe would have known that this bridge is burnt, and George is going to build a new one, not to repair things, but to walk across that bridge and get me no matter where I am, whether that be in the octagon or outside the octagon. That wasn't enough for Jorge Masvidal. He wanted blood, and blood he got. Now, if you're going to say things, and Kobe Covington is he's the prime example of this. If you're going to say things on the internet about people that aren't in your company, things like this are going to catch up to you. And this is what this is. Jorge Masvidal caught up with Kobe Covington. He gave him an ass beating. He broke his teeth. He gave him a concussion. And after everything Colby Covington said, and after the ass beating, he went and he gave a statement to the police. In my definition, that is a rat. That is somebody that you cannot trust. So let's break down what Chael said. I love Chael. I think he's one of the best guys speaking about MMA. But I would trust Jorge Masvidal way more than I would trust Colby Covington. Colby Covington seems like the type of guy that would sell you under the river. This guy would be nice to your face, and then he would be saying bad things behind your back. At least with Jorge Masvidal, if you say something to him and he doesn't like it, there's probably going to be a fight. You know where you stand with the guy. Colby Covington isn't that type of a character. You say something to him, he laughs, he goes behind your back, and he spreads shit about you. That's the situation we're in here. And he's also a rat. He said stuff about a man's family. He tormented a man that he was friends with. The beef was fake to start off with, and then he went really, really deep, and he let his mouth run. And then when it got too much, he rang the police. I can't respect that. I can't. I'm all for the law. I'm all for law-abiding citizens, but I can't respect that. If I say something to you online right now, or if you say something to me, you just say you're an online troll. You say something to me. You say stuff about me, my kids, my house, my life, my wife, everything. And I find out who you are. And I give you an ass beating. And then you ring the police. You're a snitch. That's what you are. You are a snitch. Now, I understand there's other things that go into this. Like I've said before, they actually fought in an octagon. I get that. Jorge didn't have an answer for him. I get that. But this should be a lesson to everybody. Don't be saying stuff if you can't back it up, because it will catch up on you. I think what Chael's doing now, he's just playing the game because he knows that this is good traction for his channel. But even he would know that this isn't good for Colby Covington's stock. Even he is bound to know this. I know, guys, let me know your opinions in the comment section. Remember, smash the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell, leave a comment, tell me what you think. Share, copy link the clipboard, make a little social media post, send to a friend on Facebook or WhatsApp Messenger. Sharing is caring, spreading the word is good. But that's the end of the video, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in. Peace.